Okay, so let's look at an example. Okay, so in this example, right, what we want to do is we want to determine the length of AB. All right, so we've got a triangle here that I'm going to draw in quickly. Okay, we've got a triangle. Let's just make this neat. So we've got a triangle here. Okay, triangle ABC. Okay, obviously 3 sides. All right, and let's say we got an angle here of 30 degrees. Okay, and obviously that's our right angle. We can see it's perpendicular. Okay, and we're given a side 8. All right, so that's 8 units. Side AC is 8 units, right? And we want to determine the length of AB. So this is our unknown side here, AB. All right, we want to find this length here. Okay, so how do we do that? All right, it's very simple to do it using trigonometry. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to write down our ratio SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. Right, then we're going to proceed to actually labeling the sides of this triangle. Now I just want to copy the same format that we did before. So green for opposite. All right, so let's start off with the opposite. Okay, so this is our angle here, and if we go opposite to that side, okay, this would be our opposite side. Okay, opposite. All right, so AB would be your opposite side. Right, so let's just make a note here. So AB is equal to your opposite side. Opposite side, right? And then obviously we went blue with the adjacent. Okay, so adjacent is in blue here. So BC would be your adjacent. That would be your adjacent side. All right, and then lastly we went with red for the hypotenuse. So this would be your hypotenuse. So BAC would be your hypotenuse side. All right, perfect. Okay, so look, they've asked us for side AB. Okay, we're looking for side AB. All right, so if we think about it, all right, if we think about it, AB is our opposite side, so they want the opposite side. Okay, the length of the opposite side. So if we look at what we've been given, okay, let's go and look at what we've been given. Okay, so if we look at what we've been given the hypotenuse side. So if we look at SOHCAHTOA, we've got the hypotenuse side here, we've got the hypotenuse side there. So we've limited it to either being sine or cosine. All right, we can delete tangent because we're not using that one. So now let's look at what we want. Okay, so we want the opposite side as we've just said. Okay, the opposite side would be a question mark on there, on the opposite. Obviously we don't need adjacent, so that would come out. So that's how we basically understand which ratio we're going to be using. Okay, so we look at the SOHCAHTOA and we go from there. Look at what we have, the side we have, and we look at the side that we required. Okay, so if we go and write sine of the angle, okay, 30, which is equal to, obviously we know that sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So we can write opposite here over hypotenuse. All right, and then we see that sine of 30, in terms of our diagram that we've been given, okay, the opposite side is obviously unknown, and that's called AB. Okay, AB. And then obviously we've been given the hypotenuse side, which is 8. So we put 8 in here. All right, so let's just proceed now to actually solving this thing. So I'm going to make a little column in here and write on the side. Okay, so now we see that we've got an equation here. Okay, we've got an equation. All right, if you look at it, you can see clearly it's an equation, and we want to solve this equation. Okay, All right, so you should have some idea of how to solve an equation. You obviously multiply across there, okay? And you do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to say 8 times sine 30 equals to AB, because I want to take this from a fraction format. I'm going to take it from a fraction format and make it perfectly horizontal, okay? Which makes it easier for us to solve it. So if I go 8 sine 30, if I go 8 sine 30 here, okay? So I'm going to go 8 times sine of 30 degrees would be equal to the AB times 1, which is just AB, eh? Okay, so just AB. All right. Now we see that the side AB that we need is equal to 8 times sine of 30. Okay, so I'm going to be working in terms of degrees here. So I've got my calculator set on degrees. And I'm just going to punch that in 8 times, okay, times sine, okay, of 30 degrees equals, and it gives me 4. Okay, so this side of the equation is equal to 4. Okay, so it's that simple. We see that AB is equal to 4 units. All right, that's quite simple.